We have implemented the strictest measures in all of North America. And the difficult truth is, every public health measure we have left comes with a massive cost to people and their lives. But we have never shied away from doing what's necessary.
We have made the deliberate decision to temporarily enhance police officers' authority for the duration of the stay-at-home order. Moving forward, police will have the authority to require any individual who is not in a place of residence to, first, provide their purpose for not being at home and provide their home address. Police will also have the authority to stop a vehicle to inquire about an individual's reason for leaving their residence.
And our inspectors will also be ensuring that those who absolutely must come to work are strictly following the public health measures. For our employers and employees, take note, this is your last warning.
I'm wondering about these new police powers to just randomly stop someone walking down the street or to pull over a car. What happens if a person refuses to answer the police questions?
So by issuing these new additional enforcement measures, it allows police officers to ask the person why they are not at their place of residence and what their place of residence is. And specifically to your question, if you are not willing to comply, then you are breaking the law.
If someone sees their neighbors breaking these new regulations and having a party in their yard, that sort of thing, should people call police on their neighbors?
In terms of people calling to snitch, to inform, look, we all have a personal responsibility. If it means saving lives, then I think we have to think about what your social responsibilities are as an individual to make sure that you don't empower other people and invite a whole bunch of individuals to your home.
Shalom. We're the real Hebrew Israelites coming to you week in and week out, prophesying the return of the Most High and His Heavenly Son. All praises and honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles out in New York, Great Millstone, GMS. Iris to all Akim. Excuse me. A rather pleasant lifting up the name of Yahweh while Yahweh Shai in truth and sincerity. This is Brother Uriah from Great Millstone, Chicago. And just a brief example and brief lessons showing you the hatred of Esau. All right. The harshness of Esau. Esau does not care about you. Esau does not want you to have any so-called freedoms or rights. He's coming down with great wrath. All right, because he knows he has a short time. All right, this is let's see. Revelations 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down into you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. So now he's doing all these lockdowns. He's doing all these martial law. That's an example of martial law, which is in the scriptures. All right. This is Ezekiel 23, and go straight to the point. All right, verse 22. And therefore, O Aholibah, thus saith Yahweh power, behold, I will raise up thy lovers against thee. And who's the lovers? This Esau Edom, their system. Now Esau Edom is cracking down, showing you how much he hates you. All right. Deuteronomy 28. Show you he has no care for the young to the old. He doesn't give a damn about you. All right. Excuse me. It says, I will raise up thy lovers against thee, from whom thy mind is alienated, and I will bring them against thee on every side. Do you know what's going on in the lockdowns over there in Ontario? It's coming over here. The mandatory jabs that is and so-called progress going on in Israel is coming over here. And the proof of the pudding is going back when the so-called pandemic and the sanitary health crisis, since the health crisis onset, it started somewhere else. And all the things that have been going down in every other Wuhan, China, to Australia, to Europe, to Canada, to South America, everybody's doing the exact same thing. Even Russia. All right. Almost every single country has adopted almost every single the same measures, restrictions, lockdowns, mandatory facial apparatuses, breathing apparatus, restrictive breathing apparatuses. All right. And so when we see other countries doing adapting more stringent rules after the relaxing of rules, which is what we're in a state of relaxing of rules now here in America. In certain places, some places very greatly, some is less. What's going to come back is the contraction again, and we said this again. We said this last year. There's just a contraction. It's going to be more. Now we're seeing more, and the next contractions are coming here again. So don't get fooled by this, all right? Because it's in the scriptures that it will be so, all right? The Babylonians and the Chaldeans, the Pekah and Shoah, Koah, and all the Assyrians with them, all of them desirable young men, captains and rulers, excuse me, great lords in renown, all of them riding upon horses, all right? And since they got horses, they got power, and since they power, and they're captains and rulers, we, unfortunately, I'm saying collectively, our people, give them credence and put faith in these people who don't give a damn about us. And that still has us in slavery, all right? And still bringing us down. And now restricting our so-called freedoms in every single way, all right? Makes me think of Jim Jordan going at it with Fauci, all right? Which is, I did a video on that just the other day. How Fauci and Jim Jordan was going at it because of the lack of freedoms over here in America, all right? And they should come against thee with chariots, wagons, and wheels, and with assembly of people, which shall set against thee buckler and shield and helmet round about. And I will set judgment before them, and they shall judge thee according to their judgments. So that's why they said the police got the power to now there say, why you out? Where you going? Get your ass back home. You ain't got no reason to go home. Oh, you don't want to go home? You going to do what you want to do? Locked up. You're not complying? Showing you really don't have no freedoms, man. All right? The true freedom we have is in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and the truth in the gospel and the hope for the future and Him. Because in this reality here, it's just you living on borrowed time. Esau can come fuck you up and mess you with you at any given time. And he does it indiscriminately. And he's doing it with this pandemic. And he's doing it with the mandatory restrictive breathing apparatuses, orders. All right? And he's also doing it with the rollout of the soon-to-be mandatory stabs. All right? Stabs and yam. Okay? So this is just the truth, man. And I will set my jealousy against thee, and they shall deal furiously with thee. So don't give a fuck about your fucking rights. You don't have no rights. All right? They shall take away thy nose and thine ears, and thy remnant shall fall by the sword, and they shall take of thy sons and thy daughters, and thy residue shall be devoured by the fire. And that's what the Lord says is going to happen. All right? All right, Isaiah 10:2, to turn aside the needy from judgment. All right, let me go to verse 1. Woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees. What and they're doing there, and which will come here and everywhere. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that right grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. Okay, the Most High said, this is this wicked system. They're making unrighteous decrees. All right, they're writing grievousness. All right, this is grievous not to be able to move around go to work and start your business and do the things that you would like to do. And they already did it here before, and they're coming back with even more, and they're already doing it again now in Canada. All right, this is wickedness, man. And as far and you don't see this and you can't understand what is going on, especially in these people are classics, man. The men of the Lord know this. This is for you people, new people coming into the truth. All right, because you should know this and you don't. This is second natures. You know, you have a desire to go into the city and can't go, man. That's that martial law. That's second natures. Let's go to the point. Read all this. 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. For one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. And you go into all different parts of the world now. They're rioting because of these lockdowns. They're protesting because of these restrictions. Okay. And the more that they crack down, the more that people will revolt. The more people revolt, the more they will crack down and more order out of chaos. That's their MO anyway. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and the people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be seditions among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man should desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. Because their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. Do you think they should spy and inform and trick off? Well, if people want to snitch or inform, just really what's best for everybody. Shut the fuck up. All right. This is about to be the most divided the planet has ever been. We're about to get into uncharted territory of madness. All right. For men should desire to go into a city, a neighborhood, a town, work. All right, the park, the beach. All right, and should not be able. For because their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with this sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. All right. So this is what the Mosiah said is coming. All right. It's coming and there's nothing you can do about it. The Mosiah, Isaiah 55:11, so shall be the words that go forth out of my mouth, and shall not return unto me void, but shall prosper and accomplish whereunto I sent it. All right. So the Mosiah's words will be done. And we're showing you more evidences of this happening. All right. And ultimately, what it's leading to is going to be the total domination and chipping of the people through the mark of the beast in Revelations 13. All right. And in 15, he had power to give life to the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak through radio frequency identification technology, and cause that as many who would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. If you don't take this and follow the orders and take that mark, which is like the size of a grain of rice, they want to put it in your hand and track all your payments, track your Maxine Waters proof that you've been stabbed in the arm, all right, and you had to receive a booster every Wata Bam, all right. And if you don't take these trackers and these Wata Bams, you're not gonna be part of this system. You're not gonna be able to move around. If you come outside, I'm gonna lock your ass up. If you don't comply and go back, I got a place for you, nigga. And it's really to targeting the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, the real Israelites. All right? That's Esau's real target. But guess what? He'll take the whole world down too. Because he hates everybody who's not. He hates everybody. He hates himself. Right? The scriptures even say that they that are wicked are evil to them, wicked to themselves. All right? Put chemtrails in the goddamn air. You still gotta fucking breathe. Man, the wicked are stupid, bro. It says, and he had power to give life into the image of the beast, which is technology. Now RFID chip about the size of a grain of rice. Now the image of the beast should both speak and caused as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, that no man might be able to buy, that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And these draconian measures are already being in place, where you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't move here, you can't move that. Oh, and they already set up the backdrop for the scripture through the health crisis. So these mandatory lockdowns, these taking away of your rights, are going to increase. Right? Taking away the right of my people, man. Okay. I think I had brought that one up, right? I had, let's see I had that. Thought I pulled it up. Everybody want to read it again. Right. Okay. Unrighteous decrees, right? That verse 2 again. To turn aside the needy from judgment. All right. They don't want us to have the truth. They don't want us to have righteousness. All right. And to turn away the right from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey and that they may rob the fatherless. And that this is what they've done through this whole pandemic, is rob America blind, is setting their tentacles of their so-called New World Order to its completion, because it's already been here. Right? It's been here for several hundred years. Now they're setting up their Job in the fullness of their sufficiency. They be in straits. All right. They're setting up the fullness of their sufficiency. They're coming to the pinnacle of their plan. All right, absolute control and management, lockdown, and to be as if they're God. All right, this is evident. If you can't see it, then you are worse than Stevie Wonder. You're blind as hell. All right. Hopefully this has been edifying. Just want to give another example. Didn't want to make this long. Just want to say all praises and honor, glory to Yahweh, Shem, Shabbat, Shem, Josh, double honors to apostles out of New York, Great Millstone, GMS, Shalom, and Baba Ball.